Hey coaches, I'm Colonel Col Fallon with the United States Marine Corps. The Marine Corps is proudly partnered with the wrestling community because what we see in the wrestling community is exactly what we're looking for in our Marines. When you hear the term wrestler, a few words come to mind. Things like courage, commitment, discipline, dedication, perseverance. Those are exactly the same types of words that could describe a United States Marine. And so the Marine Corps is proudly partnered with the wrestling community because what you all do in developing those same character traits in your wrestlers are precisely what we want to reinforce because we think those are exactly the same types of qualities we're looking for in our Marines. You know, about a year ago I sat down with Mike Moyer, the NWCA, and he talked to me a little bit about the status of the wrestling community. And there were some alarming stats that he was citing to me. The declining number of kids that were actually coming out to join the sport of wrestling, as well as a high number of kids that are actually walking away from the sport after joining. And so that got me thinking, how can the Marine Corps help the wrestling community? You know, there's a big misnomer out there that today's armed forces is an all-volunteer force, and I'm here to tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. Today's armed forces is an all-recruited force, and we have Marines throughout this entire country looking for the next greatest generation of Marines. And we think that the same strategies that we employ in finding those very same great young men and women can also be used by you in many ways to find the next greatest generation of wrestler. The overarching strategy that we use in talking to young men and women about possibly joining the Marine Corps is a goals-based strategy in which we try to introduce to them how the Marine Corps will enhance their chances of achieving their goals in life. Anyone who's ever wrestled knows that the intangible skills that you learn on the mat go well beyond your time while competing in the sport and stay with you a lifetime. We've introduced what we call championship building blocks. These are some of the very same intangible skills that a wrestler learns on the mat that can help them achieve their goals throughout their life. We believe that coaches having conversations with young men and women, finding out what's important to them, and then introducing the appropriate championship building block, they will build awareness of how the sport of wrestling is going to enhance their ability to be successful in whatever they look to do in their life.
All right, hey Junior, these are the championship building blocks. And really what these are is these are traits and characteristics that help a young man like yourself be successful during high school and long after the mat. So Junior, I see you chose pride of being on a team. What does that mean to you?
Well, Coach, with this being my first year in high school, I've always seen people on a team, and just knowing that I could be one of those, I would love that feeling.
Junior, we just spent a lot of time discussing things that are important to you and things that are going to help you to be successful in life. And based off of everything that we just got done talking about, I think you're going to be perfect for the Bulldog wrestling team. What do you think?
Yes, Coach. I think wrestling is going to give me exactly what I need to be successful.
Once a young man or woman understands that wrestling is much more than a double leg takedown or a low single, we think they're going to be much more eager to, number one, join the sport, and number two, stick with it. So what we've talked about here today is the first step in building championship teams, recruiting. The next step in sustaining that success is retaining those wrestlers so that they come back year after year after year. If what I've talked about here today interests you, I highly encourage you to reach out to the National Wrestling Coaches Association headquarters or your local Marine Corps recruiter, and we'll be happy to assist you in developing these strategies to meet your needs. So I appreciate your time here today, and more importantly, I appreciate the commitment that you make to these young student athletes. You're changing lives, and truly, thank you.